Welcome to Temple of Excellence Vidyashram. This is Professor HNMRS. Today I will be discussing 2019 paper. First question, whose equation is given. So question number 16. So both are same. The answer is A. So very easily you can select the answer. Hello, welcome to Temple of Excellence. Vidyashri is Professor HNMRS, Department of Mathematics. Today I will be discussing 2019 paper. First question, cube root of y into cube root of x, the square root of x, equal to 6th root of x plus y to the power 5. Then dy by dx equals. You can write this as y to the power 1 by 3 into x to the power 1 by 2 equal to x plus y to the power 5 to the power 1 by 6. I can write directly 5 by 6, which is of the form x to the power m into y to the power of n equals x plus y to the power m plus n. Remember, whenever x power m into y power n is x plus y to the power m plus n, you can write directly the answer dy by dx is equal to y divided by x. This can be proved. How? Take logarithm, you get m into log x plus n into log y is equal to m plus n into logarithm of x plus y. Now if you differentiate and simplify, you get dy by dx equal to y. Directly if you differentiate, you don't get in this form. So this can be proved easily by taking logarithm. So this problem requires just 5 seconds now. Compare this with this. X power m into y power n is x plus y to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 is 5 by 6. Therefore, I can write dy by dx is equal to y by x directly. Therefore, the answer is D. This is the answer. We go to the next question. Rolle's theorem is not applicable in which of the following cases? See, don't waste time in finding f of 1, f of 3, f of 0, f of 1, because here in these two cases, the function, polynomial function, continuous and differentiable everywhere. So, Rolle's theorem is applicable only when f of a equal to f of b, f of a equal to f of b. So, you substitute 1 and 3, you can see they are equal. But all that not required in this problem, because I can say this C is the answer, because this interval minus 2, 2 contains 0, and 0 at 0 mod x is not differentiable. So I can very easily go to this answer. So reason here, modulus of x is not differentiable at x equal to 0. So if x is 0, definitely 0 belongs to this. Therefore, this is not applicable. Okay. So the next question, the interval in which the function is increasing is, see, f dash x is greater than or equal to 0 is the condition for function to be increasing. For strictly increasing, greater than 0, but here it is increasing, therefore f dash x greater than or equal to 0. So this implies, you can write now, 3x squared minus 12x, 6 into 2x, 12x, plus 9 greater than or equal to 0. I can divide by 3 throughout. So this implies x squared minus 4x plus 3 greater than or equal to 0. Now I can very easily factorize this and see x minus 1 into x minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. So when the product is greater than or equal to 0, if both are positive or both are negative, so this gives you x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0 and x minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. That is, both are positive or 0, or x minus 1 is negative and x minus 3 is negative or 0. This can be simplified further. X is greater than or equal to 1 and x is greater than or equal to 3. Combining these two, you get x greater than or equal to 3, because when I say x greater than or equal to 3, I need not mention x greater than or equal to 1. Or between these, see, x is less than or equal to 1 and x is less than or equal to 3, I can say x is less than or equal to 1. When it is less than or equal to 1, definitely it is less than or equal to 3. Therefore, the answer is, see, the union of these two, R is there. So, you can say greater than or equal to 3 and less than or equal to 1. So, you can write now, here it is 3 to infinity, including 3, excluding infinity. Here it is minus infinity to 1 included. So, you have to take the union of these two. Therefore, the answer is minus infinity to 1 included, union 3 to infinity, 3 included. So, where is that answer? Minus infinity 1, 3 to infinity. So, answer is B. Okay, go to the next question. The sides of an equilateral triangle are increasing. The sides of an equilateral triangle are increasing at the rate of 4 centimeter per second. Therefore, dx by dt is given to be 4. This is given. Now, rate at which the area is increasing. So, area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into x squared. Root 3 by 4 into x squared. Now, differentiate, you get dA by dt is equal to root 3 by 4 into 2x into dx by dt by applying chain rule, which is equal to root 3 by 2 into x is 14 into dx by dt is 4. Therefore, this is equal to 2 times, it is 2, 14, the 28 root 3. 28 root 3 is the answer, 28 root 3. So, it is 28 root 3, but see the choices, you don't find that 28 root 3. You may lose confidence when you see the choices, none of them is 28 root 3. Then you may say the formula may be wrong, you may change it to root 3 by 2, all that. So, be confident of your formula. This is perfect, everything is right. So, here none of the choices is correct. So, you get a grace for this. So, don't waste more time on this. If you don't get the answer, again just go through that quickly. So, I have not gone wrong, 28 root 3 is the answer, which is not there. Okay. So, you get a grace for this. Next question. The value of square root of 24.99. So, you have y is equal to square root of x, where x is equal to the nearest perfect square you take. What is the nearest perfect square for this? 25, because it is very close to 25. And change in x is, delta x is, it is minus 0.01. When you add these two, you get 24.99. So, x plus delta x is 24.99. Now, you want change in y. What is delta y? Delta y by differentiation dy by dx into delta x. So, this is the rule, very, very close to that. When delta x tends to 0, delta y is very, very close to dy by dx into delta x. So, dy by dx is 1 over 2 root of x. 1 over 2 root of x. And delta x is minus 0.01. That is also given, which is equal to, now this is equal to 1 over 2 into square root of, what is x? X is 25, substitute, into minus 0.01, which is equal to minus 0.01 divided by 2 into 5, 10, which is equal to minus 0.001. Therefore, you can find square root of 24.99 is equal to y plus delta y. Y plus delta y means y is root 25, that is 5, plus delta y is minus 0.001, which is equal to 4.999. 4.999 is the answer. You may write here delta x 0.001. See here, if it is 0.001, then it will be 5.001, which is not true because this value should be less than 25, root 25. So it should be less than 5. So 4.999. So answer is A. Now, if mod 3x minus 5 less than or equal to 2, then one of these. So you have modulus of x less than or equal to k means x lies between negative and positive of this number. This is the result. So whatever you have under modulus sign. So this implies 3x minus 5 lies between minus 2 and plus 2, inclusive of minus 2 and plus 2 because equality is also there. So now I want x in between two numbers in all the cases. So I should have only x here. So what should I do? First add 5 throughout. It becomes 3 because 5 minus 2 is 3, less than or equal to 3x, which is less than or equal to 7. 5 plus 2, 7. Again divide throughout by 3, you get 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 7 by 3. So now search for the answer. 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 7 by 3. So it is a B. Answer is B. A random variable x has the following probability distribution. X with the respective probabilities given. Then the value of k is, sum of all the probabilities is equal to sigma pi, we say. Sigma pi, where I equal to 1 to n is equal to 1, sum of all the probabilities. So using that, I get k minus 1, 3k plus k plus 3k plus 3k squared plus k squared plus k squared plus k. All sum of all that is equal to 1. Don't write all the terms. Just directly add k, 3k, 4k plus k, 5k, 5k plus 3k, 8k, 8k plus k, 9k. And then k squared term. K squared, there are only two. 1, 2, 3. 3k squared plus k squared plus k squared, 5k squared. And then minus 1 is equal to 1. Sum of all the probabilities is equal to 1. Therefore, 5k squared plus 9k minus 2 is equal to 0 when you shift everything to one side. Now you have to find the value of k. So k product is minus 10 factorize and sum is 9 means it is 10 and minus 1, So quickly you factorize 5k squared plus 10k minus k minus 2 equal to 0. So 5k into k plus 2 minus 1 into k plus 2 is equal to 0. So k plus 2, you have k plus 2 common factor into 5k minus 1 equal to 0. So this is not possible because k cannot be negative because some of the terms negative there. Minus 2 not possible. So k is equal to 1 by 5. So k equal to 1 by 5. The answer is this. Okay. Now A and B are two events of a sample space. Yes. Such that probability of A is 0.2, probability of B is 0.6 and the probability of A given B is 0.5. Then what is probability of A dash given B? So all these are unnecessary in this problem. See, you know that probability of A dash given B is equal to 1 minus probability of A given B. This idea is sufficient. Don't waste time in finding probability of A intersection B, all that, okay? It's not required. So this is equal to 1 minus probability of A given B is given to be 0.5. So which is equal to 1 minus 0.5, that is equal to 0.5. Therefore, it is nothing but 0.5 is nothing but half. So answer is C. Okay? If X has a binomial distribution with the parameters n equal to 6 and P, then and probability of X equal to 12, don't waste even 1 second on this. Chance illa idu. It is not possible. Probability of anything cannot be more than 1, So P is always more than 1. So this problem is wrong. You can go to the next question. So don't waste time on this. A man speaks truth 2 out of 3 times. He picks one of the natural numbers in the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and reports that it is even. Reports that it is even. The probability that it is actually even is, say here, you define two events, E1 and E2, as a even number occurs, odd number occurs. See, they are exclusive and exhaustive events because if you pick one of the numbers, either it is even or odd. So it is a exclusive and exhaustive events. So what is probability of even? Tell me. Probability of even is, even, how many even numbers are there? 2, 4, 6. So it is 3 out of 7. So 3 by 7. And what is probability of E2? That is, number is odd. It is 4 divided by 7. So E1, E2, you know. Now define event A as report 6. You need not write completely. A man reports 6, all that. Reports 6. Reports, what is that? Even number. Reports even. The man reports even number. That's the thing. Okay. Now, required probability is probability of even given A. Please try to understand this. This is what happened. That is, man reports it's a odd number, it's even number. And what is the probability that it is actually even? So this is the required probability. So by Bayes' theorem, you can write this as a probability of even into probability of A given even divided by probability of even into probability of A given even plus probability of E2 into probability of A given E2. This is by Bayes' theorem. By Bayes' theorem, you have this. Now tell me, what is probability of even? It is equal to 3 by 7. And what is the probability of A given even? See, man speaks truth 2 out of 3 times. Suppose it is even. The even number occurs. So what is the probability that he reports it is even? 2 by 3. Because he speaks truth 2 out of 3 times. Denominator, it is probability of even. The same thing you repeat. 3 by 7 into 2 by 3 plus probability of E2, that is the odd number, it is 4 by 7 into probability that man reports even given that it is odd. Suppose he picks odd number, he reports it is even. Then what is the probability that he reports it is even? It is 1 by 3 because he speaks truth 2 out of 3 times. So he tells lie 1 out of 3 times. So this is the result. So which is equal to, now simplify, it is 6 by 21. So this is very important. Don't simplify even if it is cancelled. See, it is 6 plus 4 divided by 21, denominator also, it cancels. So it is 6 divided by 10. 6 by 10 is 2 3s, 2 5s, 3 by 5. The probability that it is actually even is 3 by 5. It's a very good problem on Bayes' theorem. Okay. The next question. If U is a universal set with 100 elements, U is a universal set with 100 elements, A and B are two sets such that n of A is 50, n of B is 60, n of A intersection B is 20. So tell me now, what is n of A union B? It is NA, that is 50, plus NB, that is 60, minus n of A intersection B, that is equal to 20. N of A union B is n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B, which is equal to 90. Therefore, required number is n of A dash intersection B dash, which is equal to n of A union B dash. Is it clear? By De Morgan's law, A dash intersection B dash is A union B whole dash, which is equal to this out of total number, how many? 100. it is nothing but 100 minus n of A union B. N of A union B, which is 100 minus 90, which is equal to 10. So, number of elements in A dash intersection B dash is 10. Answer is 10. The domain of the function f from R to R defined by this. You should know x squared minus 7x plus 12 should be greater than or equal to 0 because square root of a number is defined only when it is not negative, either positive or 0. So, you can write this as x minus 3 into x minus 4 greater than or equal to 0. Very easily you can factorize. So, x is greater than or equal to 3 and x is greater than or equal to 4, or x is less than or equal to 3 and x is less than or equal to 4. Same way, both are positive or both are negative. So, from this I can say x is greater than or equal to 4. When it's more than or equal to 4, it is more than or equal to 3, obvious. Or x is less than or equal to 3. So, domain is either less than 3 or more than 4. So, the domain is minus infinity to 3 inclusive of this union 4 to infinity. So, this is the domain of the function minus infinity to 3 union 4 to infinity. Be careful, see this is not the thing. So, even if it is 0, root of 0 is defined. So, minus infinity to 3 union 4 to infinity, minus infinity to 3 union 4 to infinity. Be careful about that. Okay? You should be very, very careful. You may go to this because you concentrate on this 4 included, but it's not union, it's intersection. So, answer is A. So, you have to be careful. This is one of the finest problems. See, cos x is mod sin x implies cos x is equal to plus or minus sin x. That implies cos x divided by sin x is equal to plus or minus 1, or cot x is equal to plus or minus 1, or tan x is equal to plus or minus 1. You can write cot x equal to plus or minus 1, which implies tan x equal to plus or minus 1. So, you reduce this equation to this form first, tan x equal to plus or minus 1. Now, the solution is tan x equal to 1, tan x equal to minus 1, you take 2 separately, and this gives you x equal to n pi plus pi by 4, and this gives you x equal to n pi minus pi by 4. Therefore, the solution combining this, you get x equal to n pi plus or minus pi by 4. So, you may go to this answer, x equal to n pi plus or minus pi by 4. Unfortunately, that is not the answer. See, this is a very, very good problem. Cos x equal to mod sin x. Go back to this equation. Cos x equal to mod sin x means cos x can never be negative. Please understand that. Cos x being modulus of something, it can't be negative. Therefore, but when you take this n pi plus or minus pi by 4, n pi, suppose it is odd pi means here, plus pi by 4 means third quadrant, minus means second quadrant. If it is even pi, it comes to this 2 pi, plus or minus, it takes you to all the 4 quadrants. But you must know, cos is positive only in first and fourth quadrant. You should not allow this to go to second or third. Suppose you set n an even number. Even pi means you are here, plus or minus, it will be first or fourth. If you choose odd number, say 1 pi or 3 pi, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, odd pi means it goes to second or third quadrant. So, you avoid this odd number. So, you must take x equal to 2n pi, that is even pi, plus or minus pi by 4. So, answer is 2n pi plus or minus pi by 4. It is not that. Okay. The next question, 14th, the value of this. See, I can write this as root 3 into 1 over sine 20 minus 1 over cos 20 degrees, which is equal to sin 20 into cos 20, divide numerator, you get root 3 cos 20 minus sin 20. Now you have very interesting manipulation. This can be written as 2 into root 3 by 2 cos 20 minus 1 by 2 into sin 20. It's very, very interesting manipulation. Divide by 2 and multiply by 2 divided by sin 20 into cos 20. Sin 20 into cos 20. Now please see, this can be taken as sin 60. And this half can be taken as cos 60. So sin A cos B minus cos B sin B form, which is equal to 2 into sin of, see, sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, sin 60 minus 20. Sin 60 minus 20 you get here. Divided by, we can write this as half of sin 40, because you know sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. You divide by 2 and multiply by 2. 2 sin 20 cos 20 is sin 40. So this sin 40 cancels with sin 40, which is equal to 2 divided by half, which is equal to 4. So answer is C. It's a very good problem. Now this is a straightforward question. 2 power n is less than or equal to n factorial. The least positive integer he has asked. Least positive andaga. What is the least positive integer? 1. You begin with 1, 2, 3, try. If you put n equal to 1, 2 power 1 is less than or equal to 1 factorial is wrong, because 2 is not less than or equal to 1. And then 2 power 2, if you put n equal to 2, less than or equal to 2 factorial, which is again wrong because 4 is not less than 2. And then 2 power 3 less than or equal to 3 factorial is also wrong because 2 cube is 8 and 3 factorial is 6. That is also wrong. Therefore, now last one, 2 to the power 4 you try. 2 to the power 4 is 16, less than or equal to 4 factorial. 4 factorial is 24. 2 to the power 4 is 16, which is correct. The first that are least positive integer satisfying that is inequality is 4. So question number 16, foot of perpendicular drawn from point 134 to the plane is. See, you consider a plane whose equation is given 2x minus y plus z plus 3 equal to 0. Point is A, you call this point A, 1, 3, 4. From this you draw perpendicular to the plane. This is foot of the perpendicular. This is what you want, foot of the perpendicular. So you know that normal to this plane is given by n, normal to this plane, coefficients of x, y, z, that is 2i minus j plus k is vector normal to this plane. So when m is foot of the perpendicular, you know am is parallel to n. Therefore, you can write the equation of this line through a and parallel to this. So what is the equation? It is x minus 1 divided by 2 equal to y minus 3 divided by minus 1 equal to z minus 4 divided by 1. This is the equation of the line through this point and parallel to this vector. Take a general point by equating it to k. So general point is, I call it m because I want this point. Call this point m equal to 2k plus 1, comma, minus k plus 3. And z coordinate is k plus 4. This is a typical point on this line. I want this point to be on the plane, so this should satisfy the equation of this plane. Therefore, substituting 2 times x coordinate is 2k plus 1 minus, substitute carefully, minus k plus 3 plus z, that is k plus 4 plus 3 equal to 0. Simplifying, you get 4k plus 2 minus of minus plus k minus 3 plus k plus 4 plus 3 equal to 0. and this implies here minus 3 plus 3 cancels, 4k plus k, that is 6k, and 2 plus 4, 6 is equal to 0. So k equal to minus 1. So if you put k equal to minus 1 in this, you get minus 2 plus 1, minus 1, minus of minus 1 plus 3, 4, and minus 1 plus 4, 3. So minus 1, 4, 3. This is the foot of the perpendicular. But we have one very, very interesting method. See, this is time consuming, though it's a very good method. So to choose one of these answers, we have a very interesting method. But concept is very important. AM should be parallel to N. I use that idea. Or you can say one of these points should satisfy the plane. Whichever satisfies, you have to take it. But suppose there are 2 points satisfying, then which one is foot of the perpendicular, you cannot decide. So what do you do? First, take AM, choose this as M. The join of this and A, that is minus 1 is minus 2. And 4 minus 3, 1. And 3 minus 4, minus 1. Just see whether it is parallel to the normal. See here, minus 2, 1, minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1. They are parallel because it's a multiple of that. So it is possible. Now you join this with this. See, 0 minus 1, minus 1. Minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. And minus 7 minus 4 is minus 11. Clearly, this is not a multiple of this. So this is not possible. Again, 1 minus 1, 0. Don't try, waste your time because this can never be multiple of this. Try this. Minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. And 5 minus 3 is 2. And 2 minus 4 is minus 2. So this, either this or join of this with this. Minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. 5 minus 3 is 2. And 2 minus 4 is minus 2. This is also multiple of this. Minus 2 times that is this. So it is one of these, either this or that. Now it is a choice between A and D. This is not possible, this is not possible, you have seen. Now you select one of these two. That is very simple. You substitute this point in the equation of the plane. Equation of the plane is there. So 2 into minus 3, minus 6. 5 into minus 5. Plus 2 plus 3 not equal to 0. So this doesn't satisfy. So don't waste time in substituting here because you could eliminate 3 answers. So it has to be this. Or you are like, suppose you say, substitute in that equation of the plane. 2 into minus 1, minus 2. 4 into that minus 4. Plus 3, it is equal to 0. It satisfies. So first you eliminate these two. Select one of the other 2 points. If it satisfies, take that one. If it doesn't satisfy, take the other one. So that is the way you select. So this is the answer. Okay. Yes. So question number 17. The acute angle between the line and the plane. So vector in the direction of the line is alpha equal to 2i minus j plus k. And vector normal to the plane is given by n equal to 3i minus 4j minus k. So you have a plane and a line. This is the angle required, but you can find out this angle between line and the normal. So that is the cos inverse, but actually you want this. So it is pi by 2 minus angle between normal and alpha is the pi by 2 minus cos inverse of n dot alpha divided by magnitude of n into magnitude of alpha, which is equal to, you can write sine inverse of, because pi by 2 minus cos inverse is sine inverse of this one, n dot alpha, that is 2 into 3, 6, minus 1 into minus 4, plus 4, and 1 into minus 1, minus 1, divided by square root of magnitude of n is root 26, magnitude of alpha is root 6, which is equal to sine inverse of 9 divided by square root of 26 into 6 is 156. Now see the choices. It is none of them is here. 9 by root 156, here it is root 64, none of them. So you try for cos inverse now. It is equal to cos inverse of square root of 1 minus square of this, that is 81 divided by 156. So which is equal to cos inverse of, tell me, square root of 156 minus 81. 156 minus 81 divided by 156, which is equal to cos inverse of root of 75. Please see, this is 75 by square root of 156, which is equal to cos inverse of, now you can see, you can simplify here also, it is this is better actually, cos inverse of square root of 75 divided by 156, both are divisible by 3, so it is cos inverse of 25 divided by 3 4 the 3 5 are 15 and then 3 2 the, so square root of this, which is equal to cos inverse of 5 divided by 4, root 4 is 2 into root 13. So cos inverse of 5 by 2 root 13, 5 by 2 root 13, cos inverse of 5 by 2 root 13, this is the answer. So it's very tricky question. Usually they give in terms of cos inverse. So yeah. The next question. The distance of the point 1 to 1 from the line. So here you have a line whose equation is x minus 1 divided by 2 equal to y minus 2 divided by 1 equal to z minus 3 divided by 2. And you just draw a line through the point 1 to 1 parallel to this line. So whose equation is obviously x minus 1 by, so the same equation. But what is the distance of this point from this line is, the formula is b minus a cross alpha, this one, divided by magnitude of alpha. So magnitude of this. So this is the formula. Here what is a? A is a point on this line. So a is I plus 2j plus 3k. And vector b, position vector of this point is 1 to 1. So I plus 2j plus k. So b minus a, and alpha is 2i plus j plus 2k, the direction of this line. So b minus a is 0i, 2j minus 2j, 0j, and k minus 3k minus 2k. This is b minus a. Alpha is here. Therefore, b minus a cross alpha, b minus a cross alpha is nothing but determinant I, j, k. B minus a components are, it is 0, 0, minus 2. And alpha components are 2, 1, 2. Now take the cross product. 0 minus of minus 2, that is 2i, minus 0 minus of minus 4, plus 4j, minus of minus, plus k component 0 minus 0, k. So 2i plus 4j plus 0k is b minus a cross alpha. Therefore, the required length is, magnitude of this is square root of 4 plus 16, b minus a cross alpha, divided by magnitude of alpha is square root of 4 plus 1 plus 4, which is equal to square root of 20 by 3, that is 2 root 5 by 3. 2 root 5 by 3, answer is B. This is the answer. So just remember that formula. Next, xy plane divides the line joining the points. Xy plane divides the line joining the points x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 in the ratio minus z1 by z2. This is the result. Xy plane divides in the ratio of minus z1, that is minus 5, by z2 is minus 3, which is equal to minus 5 by 3. So negative 5:3 externally, 5:3 externally. This is the answer. Next, you have the shaded region in the figure is the solution set of inequalities. Very interesting one. See, you have, write the equation of this line clearly. It is passing through 5, 0 and 0, 4. So, x-intercept is 5, y-intercept is 4. So, x by 5 plus y by 4 is equal to 1. So, because it is above the line, the region, so it should be greater than or equal to 1. This is the equation. So, 4x plus 5y is greater than or equal to 20 is one line, because it is above this line. 4x plus 5y greater than or equal to 20. 4x plus 5y greater than or equal to 20. 4x plus 5y greater than or equal to 20. This is not possible. This is not possible. I could eliminate two answers. Next, you take the line joining these 2 points. See, x-intercept is 10 and y-intercept is 3. So, x by 10 plus y by 3. Here, below the line, therefore, it is less than or equal to 1. So, 3x plus 10y is less than or equal to 30. Just see now, 3x plus 10y less than or equal to 30. Don't see these two answers. Here, 3x plus 10y less than or equal to 30. 3x plus 10y less than or equal to 30. So, both are same. So, you cannot eliminate any one of them. Both are still possible. Now, you have x equal to 6. This is the line through the point 6 means this is x equal to 6. So, it is to the left means x less than or equal to 6 is the region. X less than or equal to 6, between them you have greater than or equal to 6, not possible. So, it has to be the answer A. So, very easily you can select the answer.